Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Jeanette Biro here. I'm a medium and a channeler, and welcome to your weekday daily card reading where we dive into the cards and see what's in store with a message. The cards are jumping this morning already. I'm using the Awakening Avalon Oracle deck that we created at Avalon Spirit, and we already have a jumper. So I like that. I always take that as an indicator that there are some urgent, but not urgent bad, but just excitement in the messages. So I'm just going to see what other ones we have here today. So let's just check this out here. Mergings. That's what I'm getting from Spirit. Mergings. Mergings within the alignments. Tuesday we talked a lot about alignments, and what I'm getting is that since Tuesday, throughout the rest of the week and even into the weekend, we're going to be seeing the synchronistic mergings and alignments of that. That's really interesting. So let's see what the cards have to share. Okay, so the first jumper card pertaining to that makes a lot of sense. First card is Ask Your Guides. So this says, trust your guides will help. So this is really saying now is still a phenomenal time to communicate with your guides. And I do want to say this year is a high communication year. This year, 2023, has a ton of energy available for us in communication with our guides. So I love that this is the jumper card because it's literally encouraging us, opening up the door to say, hey, keep communicating. And I do want to say one of the most common ways right now to facilitate that communication is through inspired writing. But some of you, though, may have some of that communication happening for you in dream state. So talking to the moon, this one says invite in dreams and messages. This makes a lot of sense to me, specifically in sleep state right now, because it came out with the rest card. And this rest card says take time to rest and recover. Now, the way that I'm seeing it with these two together is really pay attention to your dream state. If you ask questions before you go to bed, oftentimes there can be answers that arise in your dream state. Very, very powerful state of communication, and we have an ability right now to be more conscious in that state. So conscious, I mean, more of it will be in our memory when we wake up. Okay, so conscious memory of the dream or the theme or the key message. Dream state, rest state right now is really, really big to communicate with your guides. Okay, that's where you may get some of the clearest communication is in that dream state. But again, I also want to say writing, inspired writing is a big one right now. Also, though, Spirit is also saying, notice the number patterns. This one says, notice the numbers, watch for Spirit messages in numbers. Numbers has been a key one. Spirit has been talking about that. It's one of the easiest ways that they know how to come through into our reality is through numbers. So pay attention to repeated number patterns. I did do a podcast just recently on number patterns and what the general meanings are for each number. Again, you take the meaning that resonates with you the most. And if there's a particular pattern, say it's 5, 2, 3, say that's your number pattern, you could take the general meaning of all three of those numbers and excuse me, and put it together. Or you may have a specific thing that occurred when you saw that number. Say you had good news, and then forevermore that number pattern means good news. Again, feel what resonates for you, but Spirit is going to try and communicate through numbers. So at the gas station, on the clock, street signs, those kinds of things, but also very much at nighttime. Nighttime is going to be a key time for communication. Note them down. I also want to say when you wake up in the morning, the interesting thing about when we move from kind of that theta brainwave state back into this awake state, we often start to kind of release or forget, as we know, what occurred in the dream state. So the key with that is catch it. And what I mean by that is as soon as you wake up, if you have a pen and paper by your bed, or if you use your phone, write down whatever you remember from your dream state. Whatever it is, because most of the time it's going to start to dissipate pretty quickly. Just write it down, and then at least you have it, and then that can jog your memory later in the day to go back into more of those memories. And eventually, what that's also going to teach you is how to become more conscious in your dream state. The more you communicate what you wish to experience in your dream, like I would like to have a conversation with my past grandmother about this or that. You put that intent, you go into the dream, and then the more that you make real what happened in your dream, the more you'll be able to become more conscious in your dream state and essentially actively participate in your dreams and remember it all. And some of you may have already had those experiences, and that's where in the dream state you have the ability to be like, wait a minute, I don't like the way this dream is going. This isn't serving me. I would like to reroute it here. And then your dream changes and you remember that. Another example of that is sometimes, say you're having a dream, you wake up, you need to use the washroom, you come back to bed and you think, oh, I wish I could continue that dream. You go back to sleep and you get back into that dream and carry it on. That's all creating that bridge between our intent and desire to connect into that dream state, and we can make it very real and conscious. It's available to us. So ask your guides for what it is you are desiring to know. Ask for their help maybe in creating greater dream communication. Notice what's coming through in those rest states, in that dream state, and also notice the numbers. This is all going to help to bring in these mergings of the aligned things in our lives. So really pay attention to what is merging and aligning for you as we step into the weekend. So I'll leave that with you all. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.